Friends, how y'all doing? Happy Saturday. I'm excited to read for y'all. Also excited to do a little comparison between how things came up for the cardinal signs yesterday and see how they come up for my mutable friends today. So I'm going to do a whole full 2021 year ahead reading. I have 3 decks in front of me because we're going to pull 3 sets of cards for every mutable sign. We're going to pull a theme card from the year from the Threads of Fate deck. We're going to pull a persona card to look at what aspect of yourself you want to step into, page, knight, queen, or king of earth, air, water, or fire, to see how you can most gracefully and effectively move through the year. And of course, hey, happy Saturday, Hillary. And of course, we will pull a spread from a full-on tarot deck to look at the trajectory of the year. Path ahead, what's available to you, and how you can make the very best use of that. So let's jump right in. I want to talk for a second about your strengths as mutable signs. Mutable is changeable, adaptable, versatile, jack of all trades, someone who can pretty much adjust to whatever the climate of the room is, the shape of the vessel, if you will. But you're more than that too. You're eternal learners, eternal students, bendable, flexible. Let's lean into the best of you in 2021. Forgive my hair, I don't know what it's doing either. Excuse me, Praxis. And quick hello from Praxis before she gets off my cards. Bye, Praxis. She's happier than she looks. All right, so we are gonna kick off with Gemini. Hey. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Ooh, let's tune in for Gemini. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, Gemini Dominant folks. Wow, Spirit just threw that right out. They are ready to talk. Yay, Christine, Jennifer, yay, I'm excited to see y'all. Awesome, Virgo is up next. But right now, let's talk. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Hey, Sarah, welcome. Thank y'all to those of you who've taken time to like the video. It is super helpful. I really appreciate the comments and the likes and stuff. Thank you. Ooh, Gemini. 2021. It's down to be a weird year. How can Gemini move through this? Hey, Mako, welcome. Wow, okay. All right. Spirit is excited. Spirit is ready. Gemini, the year ahead. The trajectory, Spirit. A point of reference for the past, a card for the present, a card for the future, as well as a card for guidance. How can Gemini move best through 2021? What is your advice to Gemini in 2021? What is available to them? What do they want to know for their highest good, Spirit? Everything you receive, remember always when you receive a tarot reading, is for your highest good. So should you even get a card that is disappointing, that is difficult, the whole point is that all energy is productive energy and we can make the best use of it if we know ahead of time. So the beauty of getting a reading is, if I like where this is going, awesome, let me keep doing what I'm doing. If I don't like where I see this going, let me pivot right now, because I can change everything with my free will, with the way that I operate in the world. So always let a tarot reading be empowering to you, okay? Okay, and finally, Gemini, what is the persona? What is the aspect of yourself that you want to step into for your highest good in 2021? We're going to start there. Beautiful. Queen of Cups. Now, let's talk about what that means. When you come up as a queen or a king in the court cards, it has nothing to do with gender or sex. Hey, Jason! It has nothing to do with gender or sex and everything to do with personality type. So, what Spirit is asking you to embrace in 2021 to have your best year is to be the queen, meaning the creator, not the conqueror like it would be for a king. A creator and a cultivator and a nurturer, specifically of the heart, Queen of Cups is the queen of emotions, the queen of intuition. I'm also hearing dive more deeply into your spiritual practices. So some of you may have existing spiritual practices that maybe you've fallen off, or maybe you just do in kind of a rote way. Like, I do this every single day and now it's kind of lost its magic, or I've lost touch with it. Spirit is asking you to deepen and individuate. That's the word they're using. Your spiritual practice. You should feel connected to it. So if you don't feel connected to it, make an adjustment. Spirituality is definitely high key part of your 2021. Gemini, the seeker. A pretty perfect card for a Gemini. Third house, communications, the mind, lightning bolts, quicksilver, seeking, 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 always seeking information. And Spirit is talking about the combination of these two being, yes, seek the information and then integrate it all the way into your soul. Don't let it be just an intellectual or a mental pursuit. Make it full, like fill your heart, fill your cup, feel this in your soul and in your spirit. There's a lot you're going to learn in 2021, and part of that is about yourself. This is very specific. So this is only probably going out to a few Geminis that listen to this, but I'm hearing therapy. Therapy would also be a really excellent move. Some of you may already be in therapy or have been considering it. And if you are one of those Geminis that's been considering it, take this as your yes, your Queen of Cups. Hey, if you reflect, right, look into the deeper waters of yourself. Thank you, Sarah. Then you will benefit. Okay? Now, let's get into some specifics. Haven't seen your cards yet. We're going to find them out together. No kidding. The 2020 card. I want to talk about it. Okay, Spirit has a question for you, Gemini. This may sound confrontational. It is not intended as such. How serious are you about the things that you're pursuing? About your idea, about your passion, about your project? How devoted, how committed are you? It's okay if you're not. If you're like, no, I'm really just playing with ideas right now, which is kind of what I'm seeing. But I'm also seeing that a little bit of devotion, a little bit of commitment can take this thing far. Let's talk about it. So, point of reference for the past. Like I said, the 20 card, the Tower. All plans, all expectations, all hopes, all dreams, etc., for the most part, probably went out the fucking window. You may have had plans at the beginning of 2020 that, hey, by the end of the year or by 2021, I'm going to be right here. Hey, Maria, welcome, welcome. And the world blew up. No fault of your own. That's the whole point of the Tower, is there's an external force that came and kind of kicked over your Jenga tower like, nope. And you are being asked to reset. To reset. Queen of Cups, the seeker, get back into touch with yourself. Recalibrate is actually what I'm hearing. Like, kind of like clear the decks. Clear the decks. Any guilt, any shame, any regret about last year. Look, I'm not trying to tell you not to feel your feelings. Opposite, you're supposed to feel all your feelings. So feel your feelings. And please don't try to assign yourself guilt, blame, responsibility for the whole world falling apart last year. Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear my cats dueling in the corner. Tower card things. Okay. Now, a radically different card. The present. The Empress. Receiver. I mean, creator. A person in deep touch with their quote-unquote classically feminine qualities. Receptivity. Intuition. Nurturing, creativity, etc. These two are like sisters. I mean, they're very close in their form. Okay. I didn't throw it at anybody. I threw it in the direction. All right. Just a little bit of chaos for 2021. Beep boop. Hey, hey, beep boop. So, Empress. Ah! My lovely assistant is doing the ridiculous theme in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Na, 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 na. Okay, Empress. So, creativity. Like, could we get more clear that that's what your year is about? that there is something, Gemini, that is yours, that you are the empress of. And I want to make a distinction here. If you were coming through as the emperor, this would be a very young energy. This would be go out, go get, do, pursue. This is the opposite of pursuit. This is sit back and be pursued. This is people are going to be coming to you wanting what you have. Hey, Lindsay. And Spirit is saying very clearly, make yourself available. Make it easy. That's so interesting, but that's what I'm hearing. So some of you might have some sort of business or some sort of, oh, that's wonderful. Lindsay, that is totally like a big yes from Spirit. And we're going to talk more about why that is, why they were saying that. But there is an element of make yourself easily available. Make yourself searchable is what I'm hearing. This is really funny. Like I said, some of you might have a business or an artistic project or something that you're waiting to launch, and Spirit is like, you need to be findable. You need to be Googleable. There's like, where's the link? How do I get the thing? Make it easy for people. Don't make them like go through a labyrinthian search to find you. Okay? People want what you have is what I'm hearing. So if you make it available, if you build it, they will come, but you don't have to build it. You just sit back and look pretty, okay? It feels like you've already built it or you are the product for a lot of you. Now, I love this. The future. Celebration. Here's what I'm hearing loud and clear, Gemini, and I haven't heard this for every sign. I'm hearing this for you. This is going to be a better year. This is going to be a year where a lot of things are... I'm actually seeing like a literal party, and what it almost looks like is like a reception. Could be like a wedding reception, could be like a gallery reception. Like I'm seeing people with champagne glasses, I'm seeing people mingling and having joy. Hey, yes, I love it, Hillary. Again, take that as a big yes from your particular spirit guides, because that's the beauty of tarot and listening in to your own intuition and your own spiritual guides, is you're going to get those personal nudges and those little touches that just apply to you and ring in your mind like, oh, this is for me, this is for me, this is for me. Trust. I see, and I love, Spirit is being really funny and punny right now because they're saying, hello, we're talking about, yes, a literal reception that comes from your receptivity, your availability. So allow people to enjoy what you have to offer, Gemini. If you've been hiding your light under a bushel, it's 100% time to stop. This is the future. This is your guidance. What is your Ace of Wands? What is your brilliant idea? What is your inspiration? What is your, this is how I'm hearing it for some of you, driving force? I want this. This lights me up. I want to make this into, this is interesting. Sometimes Spirit talks about like a wildfire, but I'm actually hearing like, I want this to grow into a whole orchard. I want an orchard of magic wands. And Spirit is asking you to pursue that with devotion. Let's talk about why. The energy around you, 5 of Wands. This is that lack of commitment. This is that lack of organization. This is that potentially too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, hey, who's the leader here? What's the, this is what Spirit just said. What's the point? What's the point? You might be getting caught up in a lot of like, well, it could be this, could be that. I could try this, I could do that, which is very Gemini things. Like, seeker, you know what they were saying about like, okay, we've had enough of gathering information. That's great. Gather, you know what? Gather the information. That's fabulous. You're really good at it. But then integrate it. Bring it deep. Bring it down. Out of the head, into the soul, into the heart, into the body. What's the point? What's the why? What are you passionate about? And are you willing to clear the decks, clear the voices, clear the room, so that you can actually pay attention to it and drive toward it? I think you can. Why? Here's the potential card. This is the most malleable card in the spread. Depending on what you do, how you behave, this is where things tend to be going right now. Devotion, commitment, and this is interesting, but I'm also hearing the word humility. There's a difference between being humble and being on your knees in supplication. Spirit is not talking about like humility, be humble. Like, they're not talking about that. They're saying, if you care about this thing, show it the devotion, the humble devotion. What do I mean by humble? The Page of Pentacles is the eternal student. You may be showing up as a Queen of Cups, but when it comes to what you're trying to do, it is something with a whole lot of potential. And so you need to feel like you have room to grow as well. I could improve at this, or I could learn this, or I could study that, or I could research this, and that would add a lot to it. That kind of devotion and humility of, you know, it's like the eternal student makes the best teacher, because the best teachers are not like, and that's it. I've learned everything there is to know about chemistry, or learned everything there is to know about spirituality or art or whatever. No, there's always more. There's always more. So be open to that and be devoted to that. Why? It's going to be a better year. Spirit just said it again. So that you can be fairly and pleasurably. Spirit is saying invested in. They're using the word appreciated, but they're using it in the punny sense of like, yes, emotionally appreciated, also financially, like things appreciate, like art appreciates, like good ideas appreciate in value the more you invest in them. So appreciate your great idea and show it the devotion it needs. Give it the routine, the timing. I mean, ritual and routine are cousins. If you want to make it a ritual because that feels more Queen of Cups to you, make it a ritual. You light the candle before you sit down at the computer to write, or you put on the music before you sit down to do your daily devotionals. Make it ritualistic, make it yours, and make it fun. Make it fun. Ace of Wands is inspiration and joy and light. So keep that light and that joy and that inspiration mixed up in there, Seeker. Gemini. Looks like a good year. Looks like a joyful year. It looks like you are headed toward a place where it goes from kind of feeling like that Five of Wands mix of people where it's a little confusing, it's a little disorganized, to that Three of Cups where it becomes this three-part harmony. And that's how Spirit's putting it. Love it. Might be just a few too many cooks. Maybe just a little slight reduction. Okay, Gemini. I hope that that is helpful. And a reminder that you can come back and listen to this video throughout the year. Remind yourself of where you are and where you're headed. Oh, you're welcome, 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 Hillary. I hope that that's helpful. Thank y'all for liking. I really appreciate seeing that little number goes up. It's good for my heart. All right. So, from the air to the earth, let's talk to Virgo. Mutable Virgo. Mutable earth, like clay. Oh, you're so welcome, Christine. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Mutable, moldable, sculptable Virgo. Yay! It's your time, D. Virgo, Spirit, in 2021. Want to first choose a theme card for Virgo. A theme for 2021, Spirit. What do you want to make Virgo aware of for their highest good in 2021? Ooh, okay, cool. I love this. Virgo. I'll pull a persona card. Christina, hey, how you doing? What persona, what aspect of themselves does Virgo want to step into for their highest good? Oh, you're so welcome, Lindsay. I love your work. If y'all check out Lindsay Burke. She does amazing, beautiful spiritual work. That Gemini reading, I mean, that totally freaking applies. Good Lord. Okay. Virgo. What aspect of themselves, okay, Spirit's ready, do they want to step into? Wow. Wow. Oh, you're welcome. It's just true. I'm doing everybody a favor by shouting you out, damn it. All right. Virgo. Virgo. A little bit of a pattern interrupt energy here, Virgo. What do they need to know for the year ahead, Spirit? Virgo. A point of reference for the past, a card for the present, a look at the future. Guidance for what's ahead. Guidance for the year ahead. What does Virgo most need to know to move through this year gracefully for their highest good, their greatest joy, highest love, most fun? That's important. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that from Spirit, you know, fun, make sure you're having fun. Like, listen, I'm about to make it real unfun, but memento mori. You might die tomorrow. Have fun today. Make sure that you're fucking laughing at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, spirit is like, don't forget that. Like, that is sacred. Joy is sacred. Fun is sacred. Whoo, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. I see you, Mike. Okay. Little Easter egg, all right. So, let's start here. Your theme for the year. Oh, that's awesome. Look at this. Artists meeting up in the comments. Everybody with their... Well, y'all, connect to heart. Connect to heart. And this is so interesting. I want to say for a second that this is going to apply to all the mutables, because this is connecting to something Spirit was saying during Gemini. A reminder that when we think about the chakras, right? We're going to go there for a second. You're already watching a tarot reading. I'm assuming you can listen to a minute-long chakra lecture. So there's more than 7, right? But let's talk about the 7, like the root chakra all the way up to the crown, right? Yes. Yes, Maria, totally fucking agree. 2021, have a little fun. Good Lord, it even rhymes. The heart among the 7 chakras, where there's the lower chakras where it's connection to instinct and the physical body and power. And then we get into the upper chakras that are about communication and psychic visions and connection to spirituality. The heart is the bridge between the upper and the lower, right? Between the spirit and the body, the human and the ether. The heart is the bridge. If you don't feel something, then you don't stick with it, right? Are you allowing things to come all the way up and all the way down? Some of us tend to hover in our upper chakras and be like, you know, it's all tarot cards and crystals, but who's going to take out the trash? And then some of us tend to hover in the lower chakras, where it's like, this feels good in my body, it feels good to be powerful, but I'm not connected to my heart, so the way I wield my power is terrible if effective. Connect to the heart. The heart is the bridge. Everything can be done only through the heart. Ooh. Wow. Maggie. That's usually how it works, right? The messages go across readers, across signals. That's beautiful. Now here, Virgo. Here's something interesting. Oh, hey, Cherokee's here too. Here's something interesting. Here's your persona card. You know what I'm hearing loud and fucking clear is tell the truth. Connect to heart and tell the truth. A Virgo isn't typically a Knight of Swords. Like, this is not a Virgoan card at all. Virgo tends to be patient. Virgo tends to be service oriented. Knight of Swords is like, this is what I think, and this is what I say, and this is what's true. Like, I'm sorry, you know what, I'm not even sorry. If it bothers you, this is just what's happening. This is just what's accurate. Hey, Nikki, welcome, welcome. And I want you to take notice, Virgo, of these poor souls in the background, who this person is just cutting through the shit and getting right to the point. And that's how Spirit's putting it, right to the point. Pinkies up, very fancy, right to the point. Tell your truth. And don't be afraid to be an agent of change. Okay, Virgo? That is like essential. Essential. Be an agent of change. You might be a bit of a divine pattern interrupter this year. Might be what you're here to do. Upset some people and also reset some people. And that's what I'm hearing. Okay? And listen, if you know you're out here doing what you feel divinely driven to do, then whether you upset or you reset somebody, it is for their own good. All right? I'm not saying be a dick and then be excited like, there, I just helped them change by calling them a name on social media. That's not what I'm talking about. Connect to heart. All is well and good in the mind, all is well and good in the body, as long as it is connected to the heart. Okay? Okay. Now, let's get into your year ahead. Love to see it. Love to see it. You know, that thing is happening, Virgo, where there is a card that has shown up in almost every single sign so far. There's something happening in 2021. I think it's related to what Maggie was referencing, what I was referencing, what Maria was referencing about fun and bringing the fun back and bringing the fire and the inspiration and the joy. Now, let's get into it. Virgo. A point of reference, the past. You have dived into something with a lot of courage, and that is what Spirit is saying. They really want to honor how you've been willing to get in over your head. Like, well, I just feel like I need to do this, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go right over the cliff, and I'm willing to deal with whatever the repercussions, the consequences, the action, reaction, whatever that is. I'm down for it because I want something different. I want something new. Now, I'm actually getting the call to pull one more card for you. Give me just a second, Virgo. I want a little more information about this present card. Some of you may have some Gemini placements. If you do, I want you to hear this message even louder, okay? Spirit, tell me about this present card. Well then. Okay. Virgo, I am getting a clear, loud, put a stop to this. Let me just show you how loud. I pulled just one clarifying card, but Spirit threw out two. There are certain associations, certain organizations that it's time to divest from. And it feels like, listen, all of this is your choice. 10 of Swords, Death. If you want to try to hang on to something, you can. This chick can lay here for a long while waiting for that message from that person. Like waiting for Godot. All right? Like you can keep waiting. That's fine. Spirit is basically saying the sooner the better. Okay? How about if I just put it like that? Like this doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Like time to move on. These people either aren't getting their shit together or we're not all on the same page, associating yourself with certain people or certain groups. It's just like, I've changed, things have changed, like I'm going, I'm done, I'm out. Feel you. Feel you. Not because there's going to be anything catastrophic, but just because it's not going to change and it seems like it's going to end up that 10 of Swords place one way or the other. We can keep hanging on and keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, or we can just say, if they were really interested, they would be all over this, or they would be taking care of what they say, or whatever. Now me, Virgo, what am I gonna do? Future. This is the card that is showing up for a lot of signs, I think we've done, yeah, I've done half of them so far, and this has showed up in almost every single one. Our passion and our joy and our inspiration. Loud. Your future is to cull from these 5 wands and say, this is my flagship. This is my true goal. This is what's really connecting me and my heart. This gives me life. And that's what I'm hearing. This gives me life. And I'm going to tell you the other reason I feel like you want to put a stop to this as soon as possible. The energy around or available to you, the devil. Nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be afraid of, okay? This is shadow stuff, this is temptation, this is attachment. And I'm hearing that some of you are attached to a certain title. Like if I leave this organization or this group or whatever, or if I step aside, I'm no longer going to be affiliated with this. They're going to call me this. They're going to say this name. Wow, that's huge. Your people are really talking. Like, what are you attached to? And what are you willing to, I'm going to say this and we'll talk about why in a second. What are you willing to sacrifice to zero in on what really matters? What's really yours? What you really want to enhance and cultivate in 2021? Your idea or your project or your passion. Spirit is asking you to let go. The devil is, again, attachment. It's those things that can take us from, I'm just going to give you an example. When you have, for example, an unrequited love or a very toxic relationship, romantically speaking, and you can be going about your day having a great time, everything's good, you're taking care of business, and then you get a nasty text from this person. Or this could be a toxic family member, a toxic friend. You get the one text or the one whatever from this person and you're just like, and everything deflates. And it takes the fun out and it takes the joy out and it takes the juice out and you just feel deflated. That is the kind of thing you want to think about divesting from, okay? Like if it exhausts you and depletes you, think about getting rid of it because it just doesn't look like it's going to shift suddenly into a 10 of Cups situation. It looks like it's going to become a 10 of Swords situation. Why am I saying sacrifice? The key to your reading, the Hanged One. The Hanged One hangs by their foot, not by their neck. They are completely fine. Arguably, they're on their way to being far better. Notice this corona, this epiphany glowing around their head, and we can't see their hands. Virgo, you take a certain joy in doing things without anybody noticing, in taking care of business in a way that is quiet, and then just being able to show the finished product and nobody seeing the sweat on your brow. You take a particular joy in that, and I feel like you can enjoy that particular feeling in 2021 if you are willing to sacrifice something that is maybe fun even, but distracting. Like, and that's kind of what I'm hearing is like, it's all fun and games until you poke somebody's eye out with one of these fucking wands, all right? So don't get your eye poked out by somebody's wand. Don't do that. Let go. The Hanged One always reminds me of Odin, who, you know, Odin, Allfather, Norse god, hung himself from the world tree, sacrificed one of his eyes. He sacrificed lowercase s sight for capital S sight, psychic sight, okay? Gave up one eye, but now Allfather, I can see everything. I know everything that's happening. So you may feel like, no, I don't want to let this go. Like, I like this, or it's fun, or, you know, like, is it really that big a deal? Do I really have to let it go? Spirit is like, if you want to get the kind of joy and fulfillment and like self-gratification, it's funny, but that's what I'm hearing. If you want that, then you must individuate, and you must divest, and you must stay connected to your heart. Not to what sounds good or what looks good to anybody else, or not wanting to be embarrassed because you admit that you're addicted to something or someone, but being connected to your heart. Now, your guidance for this year, your overall advice. The Hierophant, order, discipline, the teacher, the mentor. Yes, same, Maria. The Hierophant is order and discipline and gates and gatekeeping. What are you, the teacher, the mentor, the gatekeeper of? And who do you want to let in the gates? For what mission are you an agent of change, a communicator? What do you have to show the world and teach the world? Separate yourself from childish things. And let's keep in mind that joy should not be restricted to child. Like, child? Did I just say that? I really did. Joy should not be restricted to children. I can talk. The Hierophant, you can have order and discipline and routine and ritual in your life and still have it be fun. You can be orderly and still be joyful, okay? Spirit is asking you to take yourself, this is so funny. They're saying, don't take yourself seriously, but take your mission seriously. You feel me? Do you feel the distinction there? Is like, I'm not going to be stuffy and self-righteous, but I am going to be righteously excited. Hey! But you are going to be righteously excited and devoted to the mission, to your Ace of Wands, your passion, your goal, your idea, your inspiration. Be driven. Be orderly. You're very good at that, Virgo. You're very good at getting things into order. So lean into that and let go of things that make you feel guilty, that make you feel attached, that make you feel low, because you've got some great stuff to do. Great stuff. Stay connected. Woo-wee! There's temptation about. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. That's just what I'm hearing, Virgo. Spirit is like, there's temptation around you. Watch yourself. Think about what really matters to you. Think about what is truly connected to your heart. And if you live devoted to your heart and to your mission, there's a sense of joy and wish fulfillment ahead for you. She back? She back? She back. Okay. I'm here. Thanks for hanging on, y'all. I really hope I can hear my lovely assistant singing the fucking ridiculousness theme from the other room. That's great. Na, na, na. Any of y'all watch Ridiculousness? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? If not, Do yourself a favor. 2021 is evidently the year of joy. So everybody should, you know, while you're here on YouTube, open up another tab, look up ridiculousness, and you can thank me later. Or maybe you're not as much of a child as I am, and maybe you're going to be like, wow, this is really what you told me to Google on a Saturday morning? All right. Either way, let me know. All right. You know what? Sagittarius is very ridiculous. Jackie, yes, at least one person understands. I love it too. I am a fucking child. I am a child. All right. All right. I think they do. They do. God. Oh, what have I done? All right. Sagittarius. You seem like a great candidate for enjoying ridiculousness, Sagittarius, so this is actually an ideal segue. Let's get into it. Okay, first we're going to pick a theme card for Sagittarius from the Threads of Fate deck. Spirit. Spirit, what is Sagittarius? Mutable fire signs. Sagittarius sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. What do they need to know for the year ahead? What is the mission? What is the theme? Woo! Woo! Okay, we'll talk about it. Oh, listen, I'm just on one side of 40, Cherokee, and I'm gonna be watching ridiculousness till I'm dead. Like, oh, and maybe at my funeral, like, I'll ask them to take, like, my ashes and put them in an urn that is, like, I don't know, maybe, like, shaped like a clown head or a cannonball, and I want them to fire me out of a cannon. Like, mix my ashes with some glitter and some sequins and just fire me and play the ridiculousness theme over it. All right. This took a weird turn, but I'm okay with it. Sagittarius. What's your persona card? What aspect of yourself do you want to step into? Thank you. I appreciate that. Sagittarius. Page, knight, king, queen, earth, air, fire, water. What aspect of themselves does Sagittarius want to step into? This is very Sagittarius energy. I'm very happy that it came up this way. Okay. Wow. All right. Now bear with me, Sagittarius. Now we pull cards for the year ahead. Listen, back when I thought I was going to be buried, I really wanted there to be, like, open casket and, you know, dress me to the nines and all that grim stuff, but then put a clown nose on me. Like, so everybody walks up to the casket and it's all very sad and they're just ready to see my body at rest, but then it's like, and then a sign nearby that says, like, please honk the clown or I will fucking haunt you. Just letting y'all know all my funereal details. It's 2021. Anything could happen. Year ahead for Sagittarius. I swear I'm still tuned in. A point of reference for the past, Spirit, for Sagittarius. What do they need to know about their past in order to move into their best future? Okay. Present moment. Yes! Just throw me in the trash! It's that or throw me in the trash. Present. The present for Sagittarius. Oh, I love you, Ceci. The present for Sagittarius. And the future. The future. What is the trajectory? Where is Sagittarius headed? What do they need to know for their highest good, Spirit, in 2021? What is available to them? Helping or hindering influences? What is the key? Wow. Okay. Sag. Sagittarius for their highest good. Ooh, Spirit's ready, and so am I. Ooh, that's a lot of major arcana, Sag. Lot of major arcana. Okay, let's talk about it. Theme card for the year. Oh my God. Okay, pause to say congratulations. That's amazing, Cherokee. Congratulations. That is tremendous. Now, I swear, back to you, Sagittarius. The Observer. Look at that. And Spirit is actually saying to me as I look at this, Claire, Claire, Claire. Maybe one of you is named Claire, but what they're talking about is clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient. They're talking about all the Claires, and there are many. So you may have, Sagittarius, something already that is like, you know, I do get these funny little, like, sometimes it just feels like Spirit's whispering in my ear telling me, like, turn this way, or do that, or don't do this. Clairaudience, right? Or maybe sometimes you get like even the most mild or fuzzy visions of the future, and then you see that they're true. Then there's an element of clairvoyance. Clairsentience is a knowingness, a feeling, like a sensation, right? If you get a chill once in a while or a thrill through your body and it feels like an intuitive download, trust that, and invest in that. Now, interesting, I didn't even think about using the word invest when I come over to your persona card. Sagittarius, you are the eternal student. You are the eternal wanderer, the holy fool, the philosopher, the one who's here for the big ideas, the one who does know that they're going to be learning till they die. Hey, Kayla, welcome, welcome. You are meant to invest in yourself as a student, as an apprentice, a learner. Something you have can be cultivated and enhanced to a point that it makes you money, that it lays, like Spirit is saying, lay the groundwork, lay the groundwork, lay the groundwork. Pretty amazing. Here's the other thing they're telling me about the Observer and its connection to the Page of Pentacles. There's an element of patience. There's an element of, oh, love to you, Cherokee, new phase, new phase. There is an element of patience. There's an element of devotion, of quiet devotion, okay? Not that quiet, you're a Sagittarius. But joy can speak excessively loud to the point where we can't really hear what's going on underneath. Spirit wants you to be able to hear and see and receive what is going on underneath. Now, let's talk about your year ahead. A point of reference for the past. Two of Swords. A stalemate, a frozenness, a locked in placeness, a oof, I don't want to make the wrong decision. Like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? I don't know, so I'm just going to stay here. Lindsay, you know the truth. I don't want to make the wrong decision, so I'm just going to wait. And maybe I'll get more information that will tell me what to do. I feel that a lot of you have received that bit of information that you needed to end the stalemate, and you are moving forward. Why do I say that? Couple reasons. And I want to say before I get into it, Sagittarius, if you still feel like you are one of the Sagittarians that is still here, Two of Swords, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and I don't want to make the wrong decision. There are cards here that speak very loudly and clearly of you moving forward. So I feel pretty good about that. Now, remember that everything is within your free will. You could choose to stay like this all of 2021 if you wanted, but I don't think you will, and I don't think you want to. So before I put this card back down, I want to point out something about it. Two of Swords, it's an air card, right? It's the mental, it's the mind. But what is behind her? These banked waters. These waters she doesn't want to look at, and she certainly doesn't want to swim in. These are our feelings. Sagittarius, you might be a little afraid of getting in your feelings. And ironically, Spirit is asking you to tune in. Spirit is asking you to tune in very deeply, not just to your feelings, but to your intuition. Observer, High Priestess. High Priestess is in the position of the helping or hindering influences around you, so this is absolutely a helpful energy. It is asking you to tune into your own deep wisdom, your own well of intuition. Whether you think of yourself as an intuitive person or not, we all have the ability. It is a matter of whether and how much we choose to tap it, how much energy and effort and routine and habit we want to devote to maybe becoming a more intuitive person or tuning into our respective clairs, right? It's worth your time. That's what I feel. It's worth your time, and it could even pay off in a literal financial land, that kind of thing. Like you may receive literal resources from tapping into your high priestess, observer, patient, page of pentacles type qualities, right? There's always a lot to learn. There's always information available. These are things like phrases that both the high priestess and the page of pentacles would say. Okay? Okay. Why do I think that most of you have already or are about to move forward on that Two of Swords situation? The present moment. Such a sign of somebody who's in tune is when you're hearing the same message across many different readers. So I totally know what you're talking about. I love that. Okay. Sorry for disappearing. Old phone. Y'all may have heard me say it before. All right. So the present moment, completion and forward motion, momentum, movement. I love it because it's like escaping inertia. It is escaping inertia and getting the wheel turning in pursuit of something. The other thing about this is you have learned what you needed to learn from this situation. So again, I want to say, for those of you that might still feel like you are in this place, have hope. Have hope, tune into your intuition, and you will get the downloads and the information you need to move forward one way or the other. Okay? Wheel of Fortune is learning and movement and completion. I feel for a lot of you, you may be separating yourself from people and influences that are not great for you. It's funny, Spirit is saying like you've gotten over it, and they're using it in kind of a punny way. Like for some of you, it's literally like, oh, I'm over that person, or I'm over that phase of my life. But they're making the pun about, oh, you're over it, like the top of the Ferris wheel, and now you can see, and then you move. Like, hey, I love that, Christina. Well, shit, if Spirit could help me out and keep me on the line, that would be great. So the future, the Hermit. This does not mean, Sagittarius, that you're going to be all by yourself. This means that you're going to be tuned into yourself. This means that you're going to stand by yourself and with yourself, trusting your inner guidance. Hello. Like, these two cards, to have them in the same reading, practice what you preach. Like, this is beautiful, and Spirit is using the phrase deep attunement. This is deep attunement with yourself. Now, here's something else I'm hearing is some of you may be considering or already in the midst of like a social media detox, because I'm feeling that they're taking this very literally, the stepping away from the laptop. Like, if I am going to improve myself, improve my life, get the things done I want to get done this year, then I really need to tune into me and stop being kind of distracted by the way other people are doing things, what they think of me, la da 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 da. Like, I need to tune it back into myself and find out what me feels like. Because guess what? We grow and change and learn all the time. So what me felt like in 2020 may not be what me feels like right now. Like, what do I feel like? And we kind of tend to take these things for granted and be like, well, I still look like me, so I must be the same person. Not if we're always growing and learning, as you are guided to do this year. Okay? Okay. Check in. Who you is. Your guidance for this year. Make bold, passionate choices. Do things that make you equal parts thrilled and terrified. Make the choice that is connected to your soul. Ooh, hello. The Lovers is a beautiful card. It's a card most of us want to see when we get a reading. Whether it speaks of love or it speaks of a different kind of union, regardless, there's an ecstasy in receiving the Lovers. It's divine union. It is, wow. I just took a look around and noticed exactly where I am on this path. I'm feeling synchronicity. I'm feeling magic. I'm feeling like, this is so funny. Spirit is showing me something that I feel like maybe one of you or several of you have experienced literally or are going to experience in the very near future. What they're showing me is somebody driving down the street and it's like, it's raining, and maybe they're like on their way to work and they're feeling a little gray, like the weather, and they're driving and they have to turn on the windshield wipers, right? Because it's raining and windshield wipers are going. And then they're like, okay, time to turn on the radio. And when they turn on the radio, there's like a metronome beat that totally matches their windshield wipers. And it's like, then they pull up to a light and it's a red light. And right as they pull up to the red light, there's like that brake screech sound effect on the song. And it starts to feel like, are the gods just like watching me drive and having fun with me or what? Like, and Spirit is like, when you feel those types of synchronicities where it feels like, is my life a music video? What's happening? Lean in and enjoy and perform. Perform. Wow, this is really funny and wild. But Spirit just said, yeah, perform for God. Perform for the gods. Like, join in the dance of the synchronicities and be like, I see you. I hear y'all. Like, I know what you're doing. Don't hide from it. Don't shrink from it. Don't deny it. Dance with it. It's a very Sagittarian thing to do. Now, speaking of dancing with the world, your potential card for the year 2021. Just want to make a quick note that there's 21 of you watching as I say that. The world. Number 21. The world is completion. It is the ultimate card. It is rising above and understanding everything that you've been through and getting this sense of completion and satisfaction, and then renewal. Because from the world, we start back again at number 0, the Fool. New adventure. So, something you've been working hard on, something you've had an eye on, I feel like I'm actually hearing 2 to 3 years for a lot of you, is coming to completion in 2021, if you will it so. If you focus on that. Again, this is showing up as the potential card, which is, okay, if you don't change anything about your trajectory, this appears to be where you're going. So, as you deepen your intuition, as you connect with yourself, as you enhance your intuitive abilities, whatever you feel they may be, digging into them and doing what you can to research, study, enhance, embrace, it takes you here. The top of the world. Infinite. Infinite victory with this laurel. Infinite power in your vulnerability, not separate from it. She's naked. This is who I am. And I've got 2 magic wands, motherfuckers, not just one. Think of all the magic I can do with 2 magic wands. Now, here's the last thing, Sagittarius. The key. It's going to be a lot of talk. And that's how they're putting it. There's going to be a lot of talk around you. There's going to be people who don't get it. There's going to be immature people. There's going to be people who want to interrupt your flow or interrupt the pattern or stop you entirely. They're not going to be able to unless you let them. And I'm not saying that it's your fault. I'm saying this is a Page of Swords. This person doesn't have a lot of power. This is almost like a child. Like, yes, that's wonderful, Asia. Yes, that's beautiful. Embrace the hell out of this. I love the feeling that they're giving me. I don't have a lot of Sag placements, only like generational planets, but I am feeling this super strongly. Don't let people put out your fucking light. Don't let people interrupt your signal. Develop those clairs and that intuition so that when somebody is speaking some bullshit, you're like, ooh, that's bullshit. Spirit be funny. Okay. Sagittarius, I hope that helps. Tune more deeply into yourself and your intuitive gifts this year. That is what's going to benefit you most. And like I said, maybe even bring you some more money or completion of some kind of financial goal or project. Looks pretty amazing. I'm so glad that y'all have a sense of humor. I'm so grateful. Ooh-wee. And now, from the fire, we dive into the water. Our final sign for today. Reminder that tomorrow I'm doing the fixed signs. So if you are Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio, I'll be doing the fixed signs tomorrow. And if you have any cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, I posted those yesterday. Oh, thank you so much, Ceci. I so appreciate that. Thank you. Woo! Oh, Spirit dropping cards. All right. All right. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. We're on the last sign. Okay. Yay! Pisces! Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's dive into the most mystical of the signs. Hey! All my Pisces folks here. You know, I don't have a lick of Pisces in my chart, but my first crush ever was a Pisces. Like, some of my best friends are Pisces. I am mad attracted to Pisces people. Woo! Wow. Okay. Wow. Yay! Awesome. I'll see you then, Cherokee. That is wild. I was shuffling your theme card, Pisces, and first Spirit flipped one onto the top of the deck, and I was like, wait, I'm not ready to pull. And then I just pulled just now, same ass card. Spirit was like, yeah, you weren't ready to pull. We were ready for you to pull. Like, it's fine. We're all enhancing our clairs. It's very true. It's very true. It's totally the Cancer moon, and a highly aspected Cancer moon that's like, oh my God, thank you. You have feelings too. Ooh, okay, Pisces, your persona card. What aspect of yourself do you want to step into to bring to the forefront for your highest good in 2021? Page, Knight, Queen, King, Earth, Air, Water, Fire. What aspect of you, Pisces? We're gonna get there in a second. First, we're gonna pull your tarot cards. Path ahead. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, geez. They're jumping. Okay. All right. All right, Pisces. All right. Wow. Pisces. Ooh. Shit. I didn't intend to peek. Okay. Pisces. 2021. What do they need to know, Spirit? The highest truth for their highest good. Pisces. Pisces. In 2021, Spirit, what do they need to know for their highest good? Okay. Pisces. The year ahead. The guidance, the trajectory. Helping or hindering influences, Spirit. What is the key? What is the potential? Ooh-wee, I've got chills, Pisces. Haven't seen your tarot cards yet. We're gonna get right into it. First, your theme for the year, the Magi. This is your double jumper. This is your, hey, look at me. I want to be seen. Ha ha ha. You see a lot, Pisces. You see a lot. Ooh, Spirit is very lightly and lovingly calling you out. Shit. Oh, hey, I didn't know that. Thank you, Maggie. When I channel, it's like one ear out the other, so that's very useful information. Okay, in case you didn't hear that, Pisces, because my stuff started going cattywampus. You see a lot. Now, the light call out is, do you take responsibility for what you see? Do you take responsibility? Exactly. I knew it. Damn it. Spirit lovingly calling you out. Is exactly what I said. Spirit tuning in too hard. You see a lot. Do you take responsibility for what you see? Do you integrate it? Do you work with it? Or do you see it, know it to be true, and then ignore it, or bury it, or pretend you didn't see it, or hear it, or feel it? Put it into practice, because you see a lot. Can you give yourself that? Like, can you give yourself at least, like, I do see a lot. I am an intuitive person. I am a sensitive person. I can pick up on a lot of signals. If you can at least just give yourself that, that's a mad good start to seeing yourself. God damn it! Na 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 na. Shit. Okay, Magi. Here you are with your magic wand before we cut out again. Damn it. Here you are with your magic wand, agent of change. That's the phrase that Spirit is using. Yes, yes. I completely understand and relate, Maria. When Spirit says they are lovingly calling you out, it is literally that. It's like with so much love. Like, oh, that was cheesy and I love it, Jason. Shit. It's not. It's definitely not. Maybe I drowned it with my own feelings. Agent of change. Don't blame yourself or shame yourself or judge yourself. If you have been one of these Pisces that has been kind of ignoring the intuitive input, it's very understandable. We are not taught by any, it's like we have all these glorious institutions in the world devoted to power and education, yada, yada, yada. But there isn't really a clearly delineated place where we can go to develop our intuitive abilities, where we can go even just to find out what it is to navigate the world as a highly sensitive person. Even if you don't think of yourself as having intuitive gifts or whatever, which you do have them. So even if you don't think of yourself that way, you are that way. But if you don't think of yourself that way, even navigating the world as a highly sensitive individual, which you are, we are not given a lot of information and guidance for that. Be an agent of change. Be passionate. Be bold. Pursue what you want with courage and gusto. And something else that I'm getting from the Knight of Wands is potential location change. The Knight of Wands is a mover, and they go for what they want with a lot of passion. And it's like, I'll deal with whatever happens along the way. I'll figure it out. Do I need to like set it on fire? I'll do that. Like, do I need to convince it? Do I need to sing it a song? I'll do whatever I have to do. Knight of Wands is a creative and a passionate individual, okay? And they are down to change things when things need to be changed. Magi and the Knight of Wands have a lot in common. Fire is a transformative element. It transmutes things, okay? Getting cooked in 2021. Ooh! Pisces. Oh, you got such feels, such deep, deep feels. I need one more card. And it's not because it's bad. It's because it's pretty great. Okay, Pisces. Spirit. Tell me about this guidance card. How does Pisces keep their eyes open to what wants to be seen? Heal. Quiet. Okay. You got it. A point of reference. The past. Love and support. So the Knight of Cups to your Knight of Wands. You may have even had somebody, hey, versatility, baby. Maria, I'm right there. The point of reference for the past. Knight of Cups, someone, and they may be a water sign themselves or have a highly watery chart. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Somebody is giving you messages of support and maybe even an offer of love. One way or another, though, someone is saying, hey, can I fill your cup, please? Like, you look like you could use some of this. Could I please give you? I just want to. You just seem lovely, and I want to give this to you. That's Knight of Cups energy. It can be a suitor. It can also just be somebody who sees what you're doing and loves it and wants to see you do more, is devoted, is kind. This could be a good friend. This could be a romantic partner. This person feels you, and Spirit really wants you to receive this, okay? So they're saying the same way we're telling you not to cut yourself off from certain intuitions and things like that, don't cut yourself off from sources and resources and people who want to give you information or assistance or love or appreciation or etc. Okay? If somebody wants to offer you support and you know that it's coming from a true place, a real deep place, accept it. If it's not coming from an authentic place, then you're welcome to not accept it, because that never turns out nicely. And I feel like I need to say that because I do feel like there are some, I'm hearing a couple different phrases from Spirit. I'm hearing false starts and false prophets. Hear me out. Not everybody has your best interests at heart. Some people see what you have and are like, how can I profit off of that? How can I benefit from that? How can I siphon that? How can I imitate that? I don't like to say that, but I'm getting that. Okay, Pisces? So I'm telling you to like be open and vulnerable and accepting when it comes to people who really care and people who you can feel that their heart is in it, but also to be aware that not everybody has your best interests at heart. Some people just want to get what they're trying to get. And oh God, Spirit is using some strong phrases here, okay? Lovingly, lovingly, lovingly saying, some people, Pisces, see you and they see an easy mark. That's the phrase they're using. Highly sensitive people, like mistaking your kindness for weakness, mistaking your openness for worthlessness. And I don't mean that they think you're worthless. I mean that they think, I can take this from you. Like, I don't like saying that, okay? You are going to know if something feels weird. You're going to know when something feels true. And if something doesn't feel absolutely true, then put up the fucking put up the wall, put up the brakes, put up the space cushion. Like, if it doesn't feel authentic, don't accept it. Okay? Okay. I feel I've warned you sufficiently. Now, I don't want to excessively warn you because this is telling me there's already a degree of fear, there's already a degree of anxiety, there's already a degree of overwhelm. And Spirit wants you to do this. That Nine of Swords is showing up as the energy around, right? The energy available to you, helpful or hindering. Now, what Spirit wants you to do with that is put it on paper. Literally. Like, here's a brain dump of all the things I'm worried about or I need to take care of, or like all the floating projects and ideas and yada, yada, yada in my mind that are making me feel really overwhelmed right now. I need to just brain dump that shit onto a piece of paper, and then I'm going to set a timer for like 10 minutes to brain dump. Then I'm going to set another timer for 10 minutes to prioritize and say, this really matters. And if I got these 3 things done, I'd feel really good, or whatever. Prioritize. Take it out of your mind, out of the Swords realm and into the Pentacles realm of like, I'm writing it down, or I'm creating a project plan, or I'm going to get together with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn friend and have them help me do that. Do that. Make a plan. It's time to make adjustments to the plan. And with that Agent of Change card, with that Magi card, you can change things, and you can change them for the much better. So take an assessment of the things that you've been working on and how they've been doing, and whether you want to put the same amount of effort, more effort, less effort, or cut that thing off entirely because you want to redirect that energy to some other project or some other goal. Okay? It's time to make adjustments. It's 2021. 2020 was a fucking bust. So let's make plans. Let's adjust the plans. Yes, yes, yes. How the hell do you pronounce that? Is it Himmelfarth? Like, am I missing something? Is this a cool name that I don't know about? Let me know. I know your real name. I'm not going to call you that. Okay. Now, Pisces, I see this going an extremely good way because 7 of Pentacles as your present, making plans, making adjustments. I think you're going to do it because your future is temperance, is balance, is flow. It is so the opposite of this. Love to see this. 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water. You got your pentacles, you got your feels. It's all in balance. No swords necessary. Okay? And that's interesting. Spirit said it that way because they're saying you are a feeler. Yup. Back and forth, Mike. Back and forth. You are a feeler and an intuitor. And something can sound right all day, but if it doesn't feel right, you're probably not going to do it. And you're going to do that Pisces rebellion where you sleep through it or forget about it. Really, it's like, I filed that under not for me, thanks. Like, and Spirit's saying, you don't got to do that. You don't got to do that. Don't opt out, opt in. Opt in. Opt in. Okay? Temperance. God, I love this. There's a real theme of healing and growth here. Okay? Oh, Maria, thank you. Oh, I so appreciate that. I love him. I love him. This is balance and moderation. Here's the other thing, Pisces, that I'm hearing. I don't want to be a killjoy here, but some of you may have been going a little hard on, Spirit is saying, like, using certain substances to opt out. So if you feel like, I've been drinking a little too much, or I've been whatever, watching a little too much TV, eating stuff that's not great for me. Like, it doesn't have to always be as far as substance abuse. It can be like, I'm abusing my body in some other way. Like, I'm not getting enough exercise, or I'm not allowing myself enough sleep, or I'm dehydrated, or etc. Spirit is like, let's bring in the balance, okay? Let's opt in to sensing all of our senses and not using what is a pretty amazing superpower that you have of like invisibility cloak when you want it, or like obfuscation. Like, you can obscure the shit out of things from yourself and from other people, intentionally or not, consciously or unconsciously. And Spirit is saying, we want you to bring some consciousness into it. Y'all are funny. These are very quintessentially Pisces things. And I'm so sorry, but Spirit is not done reading from every Pisces journal. We're almost there. your guidance for this year. 2 4s. Very interesting. The 4 of Cups clarified by 4 of Swords. So let's talk about this part. Pisces, like they're now playing that John Lennon. They're playing Imagine. You may think that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. But here's the thing. A Pisces that dreams but doesn't build or pursue their dreams is like the saddest, maddest, most heartbreaking type of person to be around. Like, I don't know if any of you have ever been friends or had a family member or someone like that that was extremely sensitive and heartfelt and open, and then life, time, consequence, etc. comes at them and twists that openness, that sensitivity, and makes it into this world sucks, people suck, humans suck, they just hurt, they just break hearts, they just betray, they just etc., 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 etc. Spirit is like, if we project into the future what was in our past, you're powerful as fuck, Pisces. If you want to repeat that, if you want to keep that worldview, you see a lot. You can keep it, but I don't think you want to keep it. I think you want to be available for something new. I don't think you want to judge everything that's coming toward you by everything that has happened in the past. It's not a good barometer. Spirit has beautiful things ahead for you. A safe home, a happy group. This is family. Family can be blood, family can be chosen. This is serenity, this is security, this is wealth, this is foundation. And it comes when you decide to deliberately heal from this. I'm not going to obscure this with food or drink or weed or whatever. I'm going to actually heal myself rather than stave off the emotions and the fears and the desires. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to pray. I'm going to write things down. I'm going to take care of myself in a genuine way. I'm not going to soothe myself. I'm going to care for myself. You feel me? I thought about it too, Mike, and I almost said it. Damn it. Almost said it. So I'm just going to say it. 4 plus 4 does indeed equal not just infinity, but 8. And I love that you said that, because you totally picked up on the fact that my guides were like, hey, talk about the fact that number 8 is strength. And strength is self-compassion. Strength is introspection. Strength is, I know myself, I know my flaws, I know what I'm good at, and I know what I have fucked up at, and guess what? I still love myself, I forgive myself, because only through forgiving ourselves for past fuck-ups and past heartbreaks, whether we did it to ourselves or somebody else did it to us, whatever we do about them, forgive or not, we have to forgive at least ourselves. And not shame ourselves for putting ourselves out there and being rejected or etc. Like that's silly, right? Like, yeah, let me shame myself for being brave and open and vulnerable. No, that was brave of me. That was open of me. That was vulnerable of me. Or alternatively, yeah, I really did fuck up. I hurt that person, or I cheated on that person, or I whatever, right? Like I did that, right? Let me look back and think about why I did that, really why I did that. It's not to let myself off the hook. It's not to soothe myself. It's to care for myself. And to care for myself is, why did I cheat on that person? Or why did I hurt that person? Or why did I do that thing that really fucked up my life for 2 or 3 years or whatever? And really seek to understand it so that you don't have to replay those events again and then understand it, like externally speaking, right? Oh, you are so kind, Maggie. Thank you. I appreciate you. Spirit wants you to have not just more, but everything that you want. And it's a matter of adjusting your plan. It's a matter of really knowing yourself and really seeing for real everything that you see. Really hearing for real everything that you hear. And allowing it to be. Sometimes you're going to be ready to act on it right away. Sometimes it's just going to be a matter of seeing and hearing and allowing it in and being like, ooh, this is really wonderful or extremely uncomfortable, but I'm willing to know the truth. And you can start that process by just having a little moment to yourself right now where you say, okay, universe, God, spirit, angels, whatever words make you comfortable, I'm willing to see the truth. I really would love you to show me and tell me the truth. Anything I need to know right now, please bring it to my attention in whatever way you see fit. And then when you get the messages, however you get them, allow them in. Actually, like, take them in and deduce from them. Write them down. Dream them out. Okay, Himmel. Is it Himmel with a H or is it Himmel with a H? Y'all, that got real deep right at the end, huh? But Pisces always gets deep. Thank you to all of you that came and joined me live. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Jason. I really appreciate that too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so helpful. This is such a joy. I really want to do more of this. I like grouping you guys by quality, like the cardinal mutable fixed thing. Like, I wonder how y'all feel about that. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Thank you. Oh, hey, Maggie. Oh, Jesus. I'm just going to collapse into myself like a dying star. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, God. My whole head is just going to melt. All right. So I'm just going to say thank you all for being here. Fixed signs are tomorrow. So Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, y'all get your day tomorrow at noon Central. Ah, yes, Julie. Yes. Link is here. Shit. Link is everywhere. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here. I'm wishing you a wonderful week and a wonderful 2021. Fantastic. And if I don't see you tomorrow, then I will see you next Saturday in the next weeklies.